Thought today I would give you a few thoughts about Haiti. It's been, as of this week, a year since the January 12th earthquake that killed over 300,000 people and have left at least 1.5 million people homeless, living in tents. Most of those people are still living in tents. Most of those people have nowhere to go. Thank God that they made it through the rainy season, that there were no serious hurricanes that came through, although there have been other things. A cholera epidemic, and with some of these rains, there's been some minor flooding, and so cholera has just been spreading and spreading and spreading throughout the country. They say it hasn't peaked yet, this epidemic, this outbreak. And so between that and the riots that they had with their presidential elections this year, because the people don't trust that it was done fairly, there's so much that country needs. And just thinking back to my time there and how kind everyone was, how happy most of the people were. The difference between Haiti and America, a country that has nothing and a country that has everything. A country where people are starving and have nowhere to live, and a country where we complain if we have to wait for our food for 2 minutes longer than we want to. A country where we cut each other off in traffic, where it's norm now, not to use our blinkers, to chew out somebody that gives us service that's less than we expect, to talk back to somebody, to interrupt people. That's all okay now, apparently, in America. But in Haiti, they're so gracious that when we come to help them, and if there's anything that I learned there, and I know I've said this, it's that we can give money, and that's all well and good, but so much of that money's being wasted. If you've seen any of that in the news, so much is being wasted, and there's so much that is being held up in port that the government just won't let out. And really the best investment is time, to actually put your hand to some bricks and move debris. They say that this might take 10 years to clean up, and at the rate that they're going, I believe it. Really, the only thing to do is to go and help. People like Sean Penn that have been there over 80 times, and whether I agree with him or not on most things is irrelevant, but I really appreciate what he's done. And other people that have gone down there repeated times, the doctors and the nurses, to take time out of their lives and go and visit, not for fun, but to take their vacations and do something meaningful to work. I hope that I'm able to go back. That's my goal. I want to be able to document more of what's gone on down there, and I still have so much footage to go through of what I've collected, and be able to put it together, edit it together in a meaningful way so that people can understand exactly what I saw and experienced. I would love to go back and see where things are at. For people that went many times last year, I've heard that, this has improved or that's improved, but it's hard for me to imagine it, seeing as it looked like a war zone when I was there. Streets filled with rubble that people couldn't drive, buildings that were half falling over, and just everywhere I looked, all those blue tents. People that I knew and talked with on a daily basis that were living in those tents, even in 100-degree weather. It's amazing, and they're amazing people. And I just encourage you this next year. I mean, maybe you can go someplace like Haiti, and maybe you can't. Maybe you can support somebody that wants to go to someplace like Haiti. Maybe you can't. And maybe, just maybe, you can at least go outside of your comfort zone in your own neighborhood, in your own city, and help to bring people to a place where they can see God's love. And maybe one of those people will have the time or the money available to assist with what's going on in Haiti. Because it's really all of us pitching in together that's going to matter in the long run. I don't care who you are or where you're from, what your background is. I mean, that's the great thing about America, is that we have the ability to be able to do these things for others. I would never want to legislate that kind of thing, but yet that's it's what's happening because we have dropped the ball. It's when we stop giving as personal charity that other entities feel that they need to step in and do it for us. And I don't know about you. I don't like to be told this is what we're doing with your money. I would much rather feel free to give it where God's pulling at my heartstrings. So I urge you, get involved even in your own community. If you can't help in Haiti, let's go find people who can. Not only in Haiti, but where the other disasters have happened, in Pakistan, in Chile, in the place on the other side of your state where a tornado has rolled through and caused a lot of damage. There's a lot of need in the world, and we can pull ourselves back up by our bootstraps on our own. We can take command of the situation that we're in. We don't have to wait for help. That's why New Orleans still looks the way that it does, because they're waiting for help. Let's be an example to the rest of the world. Let's show them what American ingenuity is all about, and let's go do it. Let's start across the street. Let's start in our own home, across the street, across our city, and let's go make it happen, because then we're going to be an example to the world. Then we're going to be able to show people that with God's love and God's influence on the way that we think and the way that He's able to allow us to do things that we thought were impossible, we can change the world. So God bless you, and give that a lot of prayer, because there are people all over the world that are waiting for us to step up, and we can be the hope of the world once again. I know that sounds a little arrogant, but we were once, and somebody's got to do it. So why shouldn't it be those of us who believe? Thanks. Have a good day.